Okay, we'll get started here. Just to start off with injuries, obviously Costanzo had the knee, and then Kari Willis had a back and a quad. Obviously, tough loss. Came in here, feeling confident, feeling prepared, and was just a very poor effort. Got outplayed, got outcoached, really in all three phases, and so not good enough. We got to learn from it. A loss is a loss. So when we talk about not riding the wave, that means whether it's a win or a loss, we gotta. What we talk about is learn from it and move on. Win or lose, learn from it and move on. So give the Titans credit. They came in here with something to prove, and they did that.
All right, Mike Chappell, you want to start us off?
Frank, you've never used personnel and people not being in there for a reason. So I mean, what goes into the fact each side of the ball just really didn't get it done today?
Yeah, no, we did not execute. We just didn't do the little things. We talk about in big games, it's about doing the little things right, and we didn't do that in all three phases. So we got to learn from that and get better. We had times we have done that right in big moments. Today we didn't do that right in the big moments.
Is it fair to say you did miss Kelly and DeForest and Autry? I mean, that's fair, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the NFL. I mean, they got injuries too. So both teams are everyone's dealing with it this time of year.
Zach Kiefer?
Frank, on that note, I know those aren't excuses, but I'm curious, how weird of a week was it for you guys? You got DeForest, the COVID list on Wednesday. You're waiting for Autry. You've got a lot of guys with the injury bug. And then yesterday you rule out Ryan Kelly, Jonathan Taylor. I mean, it had to be one of the more challenging weeks you've had this season in terms of getting to Sunday.
I mean, I totally get it that's what it probably feels like from the outside, but inside, it doesn't feel strange to me. I mean, you're in this game long enough. You go through things like this. You go through injuries. You go through weird situations. Obviously, it's 2020, so it's a little bit different this year than other years. But the bottom line is circumstances. As a team, we talk a lot about, we can't allow circumstances to dictate, what we're about. So in changing circumstances, that's when I'd like to think that we're going to be at our best. And we were not at our best today.
Stephen Holder?
Frank, obviously you have to adjust to losing certain personnel. You lost Costanzo. How did you feel like you guys reacted to that? And then similarly, with Raven in there, and then similarly, how did Pinter play in Kelly's absence, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Stephen had to, look at the film hard. But in the course of a game, and I know you guys appreciate this, that, on the sideline when a guy gets hurt, there's never any, what are we going to do now? I mean, it's I get the training staff come over to me and say, hey, Costanzo's out. And so we're good. We just move on. And, the Ravens had reps. Our guys have had reps. So you don't flinch. You do that for two reasons. Number one, first and foremost, you believe in those guys. You believe in the guys that are coming in. We've had winning experiences with those guys. So, and then secondly, that's just, who we want to be as a team. So, but we have to learn to do that. That's not something that's ever given. We can do it one week and there's no guarantee you do it the next week. And, I literally felt we came in at half and played about as bad a half as we could play. We're down 21 and I really thought we were going to come back and win the game, even though it felt like there's no way. You just play it one play at a time. Our defense came out and really played some good football in the second half and gave us a chance. We just couldn't get it going offensively in the second half. So that was the story.
Kevin Bowen?
Hey, Frank, I've got two. First one, I'm sure Costanzo's heading for an MRI, but any word on severity?
I don't think it's the worst case scenario. That's all I know for right now. I'm not feeling like that's the case.
And then what did you see from your run defense trying to control the line of scrimmage today?
It was rough in the first half. I mean, they obviously, we talk about it. They have the best rushing attack in the NFL, the best back in the NFL. We knew it would be a challenge. I thought we handled it better in the second half, but we got to play better team defense for 60 minutes.
All right, we'll go a few more. Joel Erickson.
Frank, obviously they've been very successful running the ball, but you guys have shut down attacks like that too. Why is it that this team seems to do the best job against your defense running the ball?
I mean, they're good. They're well coached. They have good players. You know, I give them a lot of credit. But, you know, one thing we talked about here in the locker room a second ago was, you know, when we play our style of football, when we play the way we know we can play, we've proven that we can stop anybody. But just doing it for 30 minutes isn't good enough. We got to do it for 60 minutes.
Jim Aiello?
Frank, does Quentin Nelson look like the same guy he's been the last couple of years? He had the holds last week. He looked like he got beat a few times. Maybe he's playing through some injuries.
I mean, I'll have to see the tape from today. I mean, 10 games into this, you know, 11 games now into the season, you know, just as I evaluate how he's played in 2020, you look at his grade week in and week out, he's grading out very well. So I think he's playing good football. You know, you play enough snaps, you get in a game like this, you know, you're going to get, they're good. They got good defensive tackles. So you're going to get beat every now and then, but still I think Quentin is the best guard and the best offensive guard in the league.
Last one, Mike Chappell.
Frank, maybe I missed it. Having Blankenship kick off, what's up with that? Is Sanchez dealing with something?
Yeah, Rigo is just dealing with a physical issue that we got to get further evaluated. And, you know, so Rod did a nice job stepping up. And I give Rigo a lot of credit for the way he punted today and for really coming through for us when we needed him the way that he did. So, and then Rod, you know, when Rigo wasn't able to kick off, Rod stepped in there and did a great job.